Hi everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Ryan Aber and this is where I share my insights, and today I'm talking about freedom from choice. Not freedom of choice. It appears as though life has so many options it's hard to navigate. But you'll come to a point in your life where you realize that life is choiceless. And this is a way of narrowing down your choices to only one. And that makes life straightforward and not as complex as you think. Stick around. When I go out to eat, I am not one that labors over what I want. The last video, a couple videos ago, I talked about the importance of knowing what you want. And to stop being lured in by what looks like lots and lots of options. I kind of know if I want some kind of steak, chicken, fish, or pasta, or I kind of know that. I might glance at the menu in the right sort of section. But what I'm looking for is something that matches a pre-made decision. In French, they call that an envie. In Cajun French, you say, I have the envie for this. I have the this preemptive spurring, if you will. And if you pay attention to that, you'll realize that looking at the menu and wondering what everybody else at the table wants is futile. And you can always tell when you're in the company of someone who's overwhelmed by choice. What are you getting? What are you getting? What are you going to have? I need to know what you're going to have. Can I have a taste of this? And can I have a taste of that? Ooh, let me see. My mom's like that. You would call that sort of being out of touch with oneself. Preoccupied with what appears as out there. And I think this kind of thing begins in our childhoods. We don't pay attention to the proclivities, the natural impulses that sort of bubble up from within us. See, my dad went to work every day. My pawpaw went to work every day. Now, my pawpaw had a more esoteric job than my dad, at least to my young mind. I would always ask my grandma or my mama, I'd say, Mama, what does pawpaw do? And she tried to explain that to me. Oh, he goes to work and he has an office. I still don't know what my pawpaw did for a living. I know he was some kind of, they called him captain. I grew up in South Louisiana, so he worked for the McDermott Corporation, which is an offshore rigging company. And my dad worked for the same company. And I never saw what my pawpaw did. And it couldn't be explained to me as a child. It always seemed so esoteric and mysterious. Pawpaw's just earning money. So at that early age, I developed a sense that you worked. You go somewhere and you work and you earn the money, so it's a means, and then you come home. And you disappear into the workforce. Now, when my pawpaw retired, I was probably 10 or 11. Then I got to see what he really loved. He loved gardening. And as soon as he retired, he devoted himself to outdoor activities for 30 years. On the tractor, living off the land. He loved gardening. So, I sort of developed this idea that, well, we postpone what we love to one day be able to do it. You see, this is the mentality that a lot of young kids have. They see their dads or their moms go into their office and get on a laptop that's working. And we rarely get to see what are the people we look up to. We rarely get to see what they do as leisure. See, my dad was a welder, but I never saw my dad welding for pleasure. I saw my dad playing basketball for pleasure, water skiing for pleasure, fixing things and building things for pleasure, tinkering around with things, piddling around the house. I saw my dad be a handyman for pleasure, an athlete for pleasure. Somehow, I escaped this drudgery of going to work. Why? Because I always wanted to see what they did. I asked my mama, can I go to Papa's office one day? Now, I remember this as an 8-year-old kid. Can we go to Papa's office? One day we'll go have lunch with Papa. So I could see what he did. Never got to do that. So work was a mystery to me. I didn't want to do a mystery. I wanted to do a vocation. And a vocation is a calling, a summon. Vocare means to call or to summon. And I felt this inner call to do music. Because why? I did it for fun. I didn't disappear and do something else so that one day I could enjoy my life. I never got to see anybody working for a living. I was told they did that. I was told that's what people do. I ain't having it. I had a greater calling. I had my priorities straight, apparently. And it did not register to me that I could live this way in every aspect of what appeared like a choice. And that I was called to every single action, including this one. I am not being paid. This is my calling. I am being summons, I don't know how the word is, to express this. I am doing this as an amateur. And the word amateur comes from the root amor, amat, love. And this is what I encourage you to do. You see, this might require you to go into the forest, to be a forest dweller, and to figure out who you are. And stop looking at the dinner plates of everybody around you trying to make a choice. And technology has made this very difficult. You get on a dating app and you see all these beautiful people. Choices. That's not choices. And then you go to college and the guidance counselor gives you a menu. Look at all these jobs you can have. And you think, which one pays the most? Because that's the master I'm going to serve. The one that pays the most. And you see how long that sustains you. And then you'll get caught in the rat race and the drudgery of going to work. For what? A paycheck. You have to go to the forest and figure out what you would do in a land where there's no money. Go into a land where there's no money. What are you going to do? I think I'm going to sit on the couch. Somebody has monetized sitting on the couch. I think I'm going to build things. Somebody has monetized building things. Whatever you can think of. No matter how silly it is, somebody's monetized it. Well, how do you sustain it? You sustain it because you like doing it. Am I saying that my dad and my grandfather wasted their life for a paycheck? No. I never got to talk to them about how much they intrinsically enjoyed their jobs. I have a feeling that Papa didn't intrinsically enjoy his job because he retired at 60. And spent 30 years doing the love of his life, which was gardening. I just wonder, why didn't you just do that? Because he may have subscribed to the notion that gardening doesn't provide anybody with any kind of meaningful income. Well, the meaningful income is the love. That's it. And you have no choice. You can only serve one master. Jesus said you can't serve two masters. And you know what happens? When you make a choice from a menu and you start eating it, you say, damn it, I really wanted the fish. And I let someone else talk me into something, something, something. It's because you're a pushover. And you think choices are out there. But there is only one track. You. But I don't know what I want. That's what I hear from a lot of people I do vocational counseling with. I don't know what I want. Examine that sentence. I don't know what I want. You have two I's in that sentence. Who is the I that doesn't know? And who is the I that is wanting or not wanting? This is something a lot of us overlook, is the superimposition of I, particularly when we talk about religion. I am the Lord your God. You shall have no other gods before me. I, God, me. I hear all that as synonyms. All those labels, God, I, Lord, me. I hear that as one. Be still and know that I am God. Be still. Who's supposed to be still? Who's the speaker of that sentence? I am. When I read it, I am. Ryan, be still. Ryan, know that I am Ryan, that I am God. Ryan, I, me, speaker, listener, all of it me. I have no more self and other. The I's have it. There is only I, which is the Roman numeral 1. That's it. I'm not conflicted about what you are having, what's on the menu. Those are synonyms. But something is preemptive. Something is coming through in a vocare or a calling. You mean I'm called to every little decision? You sure, you bet your bottom you are. You're even called to the toilet. The toilet doesn't call you. Your bowels call you to the toilet. Get up and go. Okay, you just comply. You comply with the call. And there is only one call to that which is hearing the call. And that's it. You mean I don't have choices? No. You mean I don't have options? No. Isn't that nice? Now go and play. Be a kid. Let the adults do the work. Because somebody will do your work. For those of you who figured it out, who've done some forest dwelling, you figured it out. Someone will fight your battles and do your dirty work because they believe in work. I believe in myself. I believe in love. I hold no other gods before me. I don't work for a paycheck. I'm not a slave to anything because I don't have any options. My calling is to be me. The I am that is implied in every pronoun and in everything. To the person who is spiritually awake, everything is a synonym. How can there be an opposition to everything that's synonymous? But when you feel this oneness with the universe, the annihilation of the separate self, you've gotten out of the way and you realize there is only one way, one choice, one option now. And it is being done. No more choices. What a wonderful thing. No more decisions to be made. Oh, God. No more decisions. Your decisions might be like, well, should I go to the dog park with the dog this afternoon, or should I ride my bicycle? There's still only one choice in that. You'll still know it if you sit quietly enough. It'll call you. Oh, yeah, the bicycle ride. That sounds really good to me today. Freedom from choice means no more decisions. It's just love. It's just play. Now, being spurred. No more options. Isn't that nice? My name is Ryan Hebert. I hope you enjoyed these insights and that you'll check out my blog when you get a moment. It's called mymorningmotivator.com. We'll see you next time.